The mayor got involved as well, and then we were off. 11 a.m. on the 20th of September Street, just outside of Legnano itself. And the break was formed fairly early, actually. Just 4 riders in it. They get a very nice advantage of around 8.5 minutes maximum. Good afternoon, everybody. Live images from the Coppa Bernocchi, another in the autumn semi-classics in Italy. It looks as though, coming into the Piccolo Stelvio game, we have a counter-attack. We've had 4 riders up the road. We saw that Giulio Mazzotto had gone off there. He was accompanied by these 3 riders. At the front there is the young Frenchman, Alain Joussoum. He's a 24-year-old, first-year professional. No wins in his career, but he's been in a breakaway in a very big race already in his career, in the Classica San Sebastian. Now, this is the counter-attack that's chasing them on. A counter-attack that's being led by Matteo Trentin, who's been up in the fight for victory in this race before.
This is why it's called the Piccolo Stelvio.
The turns and the gradient, and there's a counter-attack from behind, or at least a following of the move from, looks to be maybe Mark Hirschi.
Yep. So if I work this out right, it's Trentin, Ulissi and Hirschi from UAE Team Emirates in this group.
There's Munoz caught already, the man we were talking about in the breakaway.
It looks to me like they've sat up to try and wait for the group coming here now. Get ready, just get a quick moment of recovery when this group comes. Latch on and just hope that you can hang on the next part of the race here now.
There it is. They're at the front now. So Barrenechea and Joussoum have company. Rubio, the Colombian. Alaphilippe, the Frenchman. Hirschi, the Swiss. 5 at the front, 48 Ks to go. And at the top of this climb now, we descend once more. There's the little preview climb, then the final climb, and that's it. Following that, we are on the descent, false flat descent back into town. Matteo Trentin has made it across. So UAE Emirates now not only have Hirschi at the front of the race, they have bigger numbers. Oh, and it's all change again. So Joussoum hits the front with a red helmet, white top, navy shorts, red and white top on the left, wearing 44. That's Izaguirre. Number 1, Julien Alaphilippe, racing for the team that won this race last year with a brand new world champion, Remco Evenepoel. He's been fated, by the way, in the Grand Place. The 4 riders we had at the front were immediately caught by Matteo Trentin. He started driving it, and again, there's a few coming through and doing maybe soft turns here, but not everybody's contributing fully.
No, far from it, far from it.
This is Rubio now, and it's Izaguirre who let the wheel go. Ulissi who marks, and then Van Wilder who follows.
It's working out of this group what sort of composition of riders are the team's going to be happy with, and especially the teams with multiple numbers in here.
So Van Wilder, Rubio, Ulissi and Joussoum. Rubio is, of course, a Colombian, but he's been a long-time resident of Italy. He's been here ever since before he turned professional, actually. 26 seconds. Julien Alaphilippe being aggressive again. Now, this is interesting, though, because we talked about Van Wilder being up there. He's bringing away Hirschi right now, but he's leaving behind Grégoire, he's leaving Izaguirre and all the rest. Ulissi, Joussoum being chased by this group. You can hear a bit of chaos there on the camera motorbike, trying to organise things now before we get onto the descent from the final climb of the day. This group, Alaphilippe, Honoré, Izaguirre, Grégoire and Hirschi. And Quick-Step Alpha Vinyl are really well represented. And if he's in the group behind, he might start dreaming again, because it's about to come together. We've got more attacks off the front. We saw Van Wilder having a think about having another go again. He was being followed, I think, by Grégoire. But I'm going to wait and double-check that, because behind the rest of the group has come back together. In fact, no, it was our friend, the very impressive young Alain Joussoum, who's followed him, wearing 222. Super number, that. So 8 riders being followed by 5. This is interesting because I can see a lot of different coloured jerseys here, which might mean there's more chance of people looking around behind if their teammates are up the road. Jonathan Narvaez, former Giro d'Italia stage winner. He's there for Ineos Grenadiers, who missed that first move on the circuits.
It looks like Hirschi and Kovi from UAE Team Emirates in this group.
Rider from Israel Premier Tech, and there is a rider coming across now from Alpecin de Koning. Counter-attack from Van Wilder. Strong chases, and that was Corvi. And then there were three, but for how long? Van Wilder. And Narvaez, I think, was coming across there.
Yeah.
Just out the right-hand side of your picture. There he is, sits on the back. I was like you then, wondering what on earth he was doing, given the fact that he was going to be one of the faster finishers. Dries Stevenijns in this race. Joins the front group.
EF getting in the mix there as well.
We have Matteo Trentin, remember. They are one of the top teams in the world at the minute. Movistar, who won at the weekend with Enric Mas in Emilia on that climb just outside of Bologna. San Luca. Today they're going to try and sprint with Ivan Garcia Cortina, the man from Asturias. They are flying here. Trentin at the back of that line. There is Ballerini, Strong alongside it. And the Strong also, like Trentin, has been attacking the race. Ballerini's been sitting back. Is that going to be of any assistance as now UAE takes over? Alaphilippe has done 1.5 kilometers to go, and it's quite the train for the Emirati squad. Oh dear, and we've got riders going the wrong side there. We've got riders going the wrong side, and that could be that because we're into the final kilometre. Vega Stockelongen with that turn. It was Trek Segafredo who made the mistake on that far side. They look to be out of the game. Again, looking to see if we can see the presence of Elia Viviani as we see a couple of riders from Ineos do move up, but it's now lead-out time, 400 metres to go, and a big one needed, and it's Ulissi who's trying to do it. You can see Ulissi peels off. It's Corvi behind who has a go, and now we're up to going to 100 metres to go. The sprint is launched. It's Ballerini who's there, Trentin behind him, Ballerini going to the line, and Ballerini has it. Quick step out of the final, make it 2 from 2 years.
But by the time Ballerini got to the front here, he was by far the quickest.
Garcia Cortina was coming up. You could see that there wasn't enough organisation really for Alpecin de Koning, because that was Oldani, their best placed rider through the centre. And no Elia Viviani, certainly in the top, amongst the top riders there. It looked as though doing the sprinting for Ineos was Jonathan Narvaez.
I think is that Corbin Strong as well coming up there?
Yeah, he's got second place, I think.
Yeah.
Garcia Cortina had to come from a long way back there as well. He seemed to be one of the faster riders in the last 100 metres, but it is indeed Ballerini, Strong, and then looks to be, could well be Oldani.
Could well be.
Davide Ballerini is the winner of the 103rd Coppa Bernocchi ahead of Corbin Strong of New Zealand and Israel Premier Tech. Stefano Oldani, the Italian from Alpecin de Koning, finished third. A solid fourth for Trentin. Garcia Cortina in fifth for Movistar. Standard Scaroni, Bais, Vendrame and Court in the top 10.